Good afternoon, good afternoon. How are you? Welcome to the most underrated YouTube channel on Zimbabwe politics. The most underrated. Okay, but it's fine. We carry on. I've got three things to say. One thing that has been bothering me for the past 1 week concerning the general politics of Zimbabwe and the Zimbabweans regarding their politics. Something that has been bothering me so much that I decided not to make a video about it. But the powers that be pushed me to actually talk about it. I'll talk about it at the last. And then there's something. I'm gonna start with this thing. Prophet Chiwenga, he once prophesied and said that these politicians who are hoodwinking Zimbabweans, one day one of them actually, he said one of them will have a bad smell that they will not be able to go to the office. Okay, I'm a prophet too. He is a prophet. God gave him a prophecy that I do not know about, but he is the one who's telling us, right? I want to trust him. I would like to believe him. I like to believe that Apostle Chiwenga is a true prophet of God. I would love to believe that. I mean, judging by my own judgments, I think he is. He said Mono Acha Noah, but it didn't say who. I find it strange. I'm not gonna add anything on that. I'm just trying to remind people that he said this person is going to stop going to the office. I'm not saying anything, I'm not prophesying anything. I'm just thinking about that prophecy. Number two, I forgot what I wanted to say. The second one. Okay, let's go to the number three, the thing that has been bothering me. Well, the number two is I think it's Promise in Corners. He is now the president of the Triple C, right? All right. And people are complaining that he is a ZANU-PF project. Actually, this number two and number three is the same thing. I think it will overlap to the real reason why I've been bothered. Generally, it's part of it. I've been bothered by a certain way in which Zimbabweans conduct their politics. Promise Mkonas has been made the Triple C president or acting president or whatever, but he's taken over from the social Misa's position. And people are complaining about it. Now, I'm beginning to say, if it was BT, they were going to complain about it. If it was Watchmen Ngobe, they're going to complain about it. Which means people were going to complain about whoever it is that was going to be president of Triple C. It doesn't matter who it is. They were going to promote hatred against that person. My question is, didn't Chamisa resign himself? He resigned. So now that Chamisa has resigned, the seat must be vacant. Nobody must take over. I mean, these are the Zimbabweans that are oppressed. Because this is what is bothering me. These are the Zimbabweans that are oppressed, that want ZANU-PF gone. So their CIC champion-in-chief decides to resign. But, okay, there's a lot of interpretations surrounding his resignation. But at the end of the day, he resigned. So if someone resigns from a position, another person is replaced. Someone is put there. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, the Zimbabweans who are oppressed see that the Triple C has found a replacement. And as things stand, we never trust these news outlets. Perhaps it's not true, but as things stand, as far as I am informed, whether I'm right or wrong, I hear that autism corners, or what is not autism, it's a promise corners, is now the Triple C president, people are now calling him as an OPF project. So can I ask you a question? So everybody else is an OPF project. Musiyayo o mkhwanazi. Tendayibidi musiyayo o. Washimangcube musiyayo o. Thokozane khuphe musiyayo o. Vanhu vese vasiyayo o. Except Nelson Chamisa. Vanhu vese vatengwa nezano except for Nelson Chamisa. Aye. It bothers me because what makes you think that everybody is bought by ZANU-PF except for Chamisa? So Chamisa can't be bought. But the way I interpret things, which is my own view, I have seen that the position of this one Chamisa in the Triple C for all those past years has been beneficial to ZANU-PF. If there's anybody who can be bought, let me not use that word because I don't want to use that word like other Zimbabweans. If there's anybody that has benefited ZANU-PF the most in the past few years, it's Nelson Chamisa. If there's anybody who benefited ZANU-PF in last year's elections, it's Nelson Chamisa. He says that the elections were rigged. Did he go to court? Did he fight it? Did he show to you a intensity or tenacity to want to fight for the stolen elections? No. If I was ZANU-PF and I was watching Nelson Chamisa in the past few years, I'll be happy with him. He's doing me a favor. If I'm ET and I'm seeing Nelson Chamisa's performance, he's doing very well. Very, very well. That's exactly where I want him to be. I want him to be an opposition leader. I want him to exist. I want him to go for the elections. I want to rig the elections, and I don't want him to challenge me in a way that is really showing that you want to bring Zimbabwe forward. And I want him to make sure that he will say God is in it. He will talk about prayer, and nobody will be thinking about a revolution. So Nelson Chamisa has been very good to ZANU-PF. I'm not saying he's bought, but if he was bought, it's money well spent. If I was ZANU-PF, I will be celebrating that it is money well spent. And I will not be happy that he is resigning. If I was ZANU-PF, I will not be happy that he's resigning right now. Because his resignation might mean that him is now actually fighting me for real. His resignation puts him in the wild. He's no longer in the confines of ZANU-PF and Triple C. He is now out there. You could call for anything, and I mean anything, including that thing that ZANU-PF fears the most. Right now, Chamisa can do that. But as I said in my previous video, I am not sure if Nelson left Triple C as a means of upping the ante against ZANU-PF, or he left for other reasons that he's not telling us. But if he left the Triple C because he really wants to fight ZANU-PF in another dimension, then ZANU-PF has got everything to be worried about with this resignation. But if it's just another play, just, because in Harare politics, every week in, week out, it's all about lies, it's all about, drama, intrigue. All of that is to keep Zimbabweans bombarded with all this drama and intrigue, so that we really forget the real reason why we are in politics, to remove ZANU-PF and free our people from slavery and poverty. In the meanwhile, the gold mafia is looting week in, week out. Whether Chamisa regular elections, gold mafia is looting. Whether Chamisa resign or not, or there is a Mkhwanazi is Triple C, or BT does this, or Wishman, or this and that. Oksalayo, the looters keep on looting. The Zimbabweans that made a CV, I've got a problem with these guys, who made a CV, went to interviews, got jobs, worked for government, and now they've become the elite through stealing the nation resources. are keeping on stealing week in, week out with all the shenanigans going on in the Triple C. For me, everything from Sengizo Chabango to Nelson Chamisa resignation, all of it smells very funny to me. It feels very, there's got a bad aura surrounding that. To me, it's all about hoodwinking Zimbabweans so that we can delay the revolution. The revolution is it get out of power. Let's have a new government, a clean government, and not only it getting out of power, all those government workers who are embezzling funds, who are corrupt, who are doing fraud, who are stealing our resources must be fired. Let's talk about the revenue authority, the people that work for the Zimbabwe Revenue Authority. In the rules, we've got toll gates. They collect money from motorists from Bulawayo to Bait Bridge. Do you know how busy that road is? But there is a toll gate there that collect money. Yet that road is the worst road in the world. You will think that as an international road. Remember, Bait Bridge is the busiest border post in Africa. A lot of trade coming in from South Africa, going into Africa, not just Zimbabwe, passes through Bait Bridge border post, going to Zimbabwe, going all the way to Zambia, going to DRC, going to Rwanda, going to Tanzania, going to Kenya. So all South African goods going into Africa have been traditionally going through that Bait Bridge border post, and therefore the road from Bait Bridge to Bulawayo to Victoria Falls should be a top national priority, because that is it caters for the trade unto whole of Africa. But of course, Nangaga will tell you about the Bait Bridge Chirundi, which is passing through Harare, which is another way, which I don't understand, which is another way of trying to destroy, in my view, try to destroy the multi-billion economy by actually diverting trucks from passing through Bulawayo. You want them to take the long route of going to Harare and go all the way to Chirundi. It adds to this thing, this factor that Ndebeles feel despised, feel used and abused and systematically destroyed, whether economically, actually politically and economically. It adds to that. That is why you will have, because trade cannot wait for ZANU-PF to wake up. That is why we had the Kuzungula Bridge between Botswana and Zambia that has been built. So now, because there's a bridge between Botswana and Zambia, South African trade does no longer need to pass through Bait Bridge border post. They can go through the Forbes. What's the name of that one? No, it's not called Forbes. The South Africa Botswana border. I forgot its name, but they've got a couple of borders. Actually, they've got three. If on the left of Tuli, we have got two there near Francistown or somewhere there, and there's one. Or is it no near Gaborone? There's two near Gaborone, and there's one in Mafike. All right. So it means that trade from South Africa to Africa can just go through Botswana, and from Botswana it goes to that new bridge into Zambia, bypassing Zimbabwe. So whatever economic activities that is accrued from opening your country to intra-Africa trade as Zimbabwe is lost to Botswana, because ZANU-PF doesn't like Matebele land. Okay, just like that. Okay, we don't like these people, so we're not gonna fix that. We don't care that all South African trade going into Africa, passing through Bulawayo to Victoria Falls. We don't care that we're gonna lose that. Even, the Botswanas. That's why they ended up having their own bridge. Someone in Harare says we don't care about that. We're gonna do the long Bait Bridge to Rondo Road. Okay, so that all the economic extraction can come to this side of Mashonaland, which stokes tribal wars. Do you understand? And then you're wondering, where is this anger of the Ndebele people coming from? It's things like this. All right, it's things like this. It's things like when I see Promise Mkwanas, whom by the way is not in Ndebele, from what I'm hearing from other quarters, he actually he's got Shona. He has got a Shona father. From what I hear, I don't know how far true it is, But I have been told that Mkhwanazi is actually his mother's surname. His father is actually a Shona person. So traditionally, if you are like that, we call you by your father's your father's tribe. So he is Shona. But I heard that people think that he is Ndebele because of that Mkhwanazi surname. And therefore it has added to the pressure and the hatred, of him assuming that role as if like Chiruki and Ndebele. It's not going to the Ndebele, he's still going to the Shonas, he is still a Shona. But a lot of people don't understand that he is Shona. I am saying this, and I'm going to tell you why I'm saying this. A lot of people don't understand, will think that Triple C is taken by the Ndebele, led by a Ndebele person. We can't have that. But they do not know that it's just a Shona person who so happened to have been using Ndebele surname. It's just like Sithole, what's his name? Dabaningi Sithole. It's not a Ndebele. Even though his name, Dabaningi, it's like a Ndebele name, Sithole. There's also Sitholes and Ndebeles, but he's not a Ndebele. He's always been Shona. It's just like July Moyo, or you can talk about, there's a lot of them more like that, whose names and surnames sound in Ndebele, but in actual reality, they are not in Ndebele at all. They are Shona. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is one of the sad realities I am seeing in Zimbabwean politics. It's tribal, what can I say? Tribal politics. I've been seeing it in bits and pieces in different parts of our society, whereby the tribe of a person matters more than the substance. And I've said it also with Diabetes. Also, I've been told that he's not liked because he's actually not Shona. He's got some Malawian blood or something like that. For some reason, that matters. And it makes me ask myself, do the Zimbabweans want to be free, or they are just entertaining unnecessary tribal issues? I understand the competition. People can compete. You can like someone because they come from your area. I mean, here, for example, in South Africa, if I meet a guy who comes from my rural home, I'll be fascinated to meet them. I'd like to know, so which homestead really do you come from? Let's talk about the things that we used to do in the 90s or whatever. I understand the excitement of that. But should we carry it all the way to the things that we do professionally, to the way that we do our politics? That if you are not like us, if you don't speak our language, if you don't have our surname, we don't care what substance we have. You have. We really don't care about substance at all. We just want chamisa chete because Muslims rule like us. Kuti hana diri, we don't care. We just care kuti ndoyokumusha wetu ndiye anofanira kuita president because ndokumusha kwedu. Koma policy, we don't care about policies. Go, what is this foreign policy? We don't care about this foreign policy. Ndokwetu chete. So it makes me see that, when we look at these Zimbabweans who are suffering, perhaps Zimbabweans are not suffering. But that's a lie. They are suffering. But they are caring more about who will bring about that change more than actually bringing the change. Zimbabweans do need change. The politics needs change. But the people don't behave like people who actually want to see change happening. They want change, but in their own terms. They want to pick and choose. But okay, we want ZANU-PF to go, but in our time, through our way, through our person. If Chamisa wanted to bring change, he would have brought change by now. I stand corrected, but I will say this again. If Chamisa really wanted to bring change to Zimbabwe, he would have brought it by now. We can argue with that if you want to. He has gone through 2 election cycles. He says he has been robbed in all 2 of them. But the way in which he is fighting, it doesn't show me that he wants to actually bring change to Zimbabwe. To me, he appears like someone who is happy being in a perpetual state of opposition. Perhaps there is something to be gained from being in an opposition forever. For him, I believe he's gaining something, whatever it is, whichever it is, which I do not know, but he's benefiting something from being in opposition forever. And he does not have the tenacity or the desire or even the suffering that will make him desire a change. If ZANU-PF doesn't go out of power, Chamisa's life will still be the same. He's rich, that boy. He's still gonna be rich, he's still gonna be fine. So he has got no reason to want to see a change. Except that people are saying Chamisa Chete, and then but then nothing is coming. And I don't see him doing anything to make a change. And the Zimbabweans do need a change. But I see that even though they need a change, even though they recognize that change is not going to come through this one, so I believe that a lot of people in the Triple C know very well that there's no change that is coming through Chamisa and through the way that they're doing. If perhaps it will come through Chamisa, but only if they change. If they themselves, the Triple C people, change their approach to the way in which they're dealing with ZANU-PF. At the present moment, I know for sure that even Mkwanazi and all of those people in parliament, they all know that ZANU-PF is not going to go out of power through the means in which they are actually, the means that they are using at the moment. They know that. So they are all happy being in the opposition. All this battle is about who has got position in the opposition, and an opposition that they will know will last forever. And they are very happy with the system. The people that benefit from the Zimbabwe's oppressive system is not only people in ZANU-PF, it's also people that are in the Triple C. They know it and they work hard to maintain the status quo. That is why they want Chamisa Chete, because they know that if someone else comes in, that person might actually deliver. Something which a lot of Zimbabweans who are in the political field do not want. What I have noticed, which is really angers my spirit, is that most Zimbabweans in politics do not want change. I'm not talking about ZANU-PF, I'm talking about Triple C Zimbabweans. They don't want change. No, they don't. Don't be lied to. They want to be in a perpetual state of desiring change. They want to be in a perpetual state of being in opposition, belonging to Triple C, doing what has to be done by Triple C, gaining what has to be gained by being in the Triple C. Including my CIO Wakawanda, who are really running the Triple C. I believe that Triple C is run by the CIOs, but I don't even have a problem with CIOs running an opposition, which is okay. I think to them, in their own mindset, they have to have a hegemony over the whole political system in the country, which is a good thing that the Central Intelligence wants to do. But what is wrong is that people are being oppressed, people are poor. At least deal with the poverty in the country. If you're going to have total dominion of ZANU-PF and Triple C, at least know how to have a good heart, build schools, build roads, give people their rights. I mean, other countries are like that. Other countries are really dominated by their own intelligence agencies. Don't you think that the American system is well oiled because they have got a proper dominance of all their political systems? But at least they build their country. They protect their own citizens, but not in Zimbabwe. Not in Zimbabwe. So I've noticed that they want to maintain the status quo. That is why, if you want to see what I'm saying is a lie and what I'm saying is true, the West Barakashis are the so-called Triple C people that oppose people who want a real change in Zimbabwe. They will always push Chamisa, not because they want a change, but they want to stop those who have got good ideas about how to take the country forward in its process. By pushing Chamisa, they know that, well, we're not interested in removing ZANU-PF. We're CIOs anyway. So all this thing we're doing here is to have a pretend opposition for people to think that things are going to change, but there's no change that is coming. And they're everywhere. They're on Twitter, they're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're everywhere. They are busy opposing it. You will think that ZANU-PF will go away, but all those people that hate ZANU-PF, no, they don't. It's just a camouflage. They're just there to appear as if they are the ones pushing the revolution. Since they are the ones pushing the revolutions, you who are a real revolutionist are not going to push that revolution anymore, because kuna chamisa pusha revolution, kuna vanhu vetriple C pusha revolution. But what you do not know is that those people who are calling themselves triple C, they're actually CIOs whose job is to appear as if they're pushing for the revolution, but they are not. Once they monopolize the revolution in their own hands, it means that none of you can push a real revolution. They will say, oh, waiting for Sadak, we were doing this, oh, Chabangu, this, Chabangu, Chamisa, Mnangagwa, Zwese, same WhatsApp group. All of it is just lies that people are being fed. And even if sometimes there's a real fact, I guess it's some of those things are not scripted. Most of them are scripted. Some of them perhaps they're not scripted. There is a real fight here and there, but by and large, it is really going around scripts, lies, including people with YouTube channels that are busy screaming, Mnangagwa must go, PF must go. They are lying. They actually want Mnangagwa to stay. They're just saying what they want. They're saying things that they want you Zimbabweans to hear. Okay, they don't want the truth. That is why channels like mine are suppressed, because I speak the truth. And the people that speak lies, their channels go up. Do you know why? Because the system of darkness. Okay, because it is a system of darkness. The system of darkness wants to promote its own, that blind leaders who are leading the blind into the abyss. Because when the truth is told, the truth will set people free. But the people themselves are confused because they think that they have got leaders, but they don't. I always say, for Zimbabwe to be free, we are removing my system as Mnangagwa said it, but he said all these systems are created it. I created all of those systems. Whatever you're going to plan, whatever you're going to plan against me, I will know, including triple C. That's what he meant. What do you think Mnangagwa meant? Do you think he meant ZANU-PF systems only? He meant all systems. ZANU-PF, Triple C, Chamisa, Wende, Iti, Mube, Songezo, all of them, Kwanazi, all of them, my people, all of them. It's just a royal of a deep deception that you people will never understand. But you always cry for revolution, looking unto Chamisa, Chete Chete, and they really got Zimbabweans on a bind. When they put Chete Chete, I mean, Chete Chete really seals the doom for all Zimbabweans. Because Abanamun one who can raise up his hands to remove ZANU-PF, because Takati Chamisa Chete Chete. So because we said Chete Chete, and we will have robots supporting Chamisa, we have got a lot of paid, hire a crowd, paid people who are paid to always comment against anybody who blames Chamisa, and who are always our hero worshipping Chamisa, making him like a god-like figure. And there's thousands of them all over. Because these guys are they're looting billions of dollars every year, so they can afford to employ thousands of people who are online perpetuating, propping up the support of Chamisa when it's not there. I don't believe Chamisa has got support at the end of the day, because if he has got support, the people that support him should be demanding now a change and justice in Zimbabwe. But nobody is really pushing for justice and a change in Triple C. They're busy pushing and jostling for positions only. Is this new autism trying corners pushing for a change in Zimbabwe right now? He used to do Jamuka. I want to see him doing something similar. If he is not, he's a fraud. Chamisa, did he push for anything? No, nothing. You know what the Zimbabweans do? They keep on hoping. Zimbabweans have given up. Zimbabweans are taking passports and going to other countries where they are being abused and being treated like third-class citizens there, because they've given up. They have given up hope. They've got their so-called change champion Chamisa. The real Zimbabweans really do not want Chamisa anymore. They are hurtful. They know that it's a lie. Real Zimbabweans. But every time they open their mouth, the whole army of internet trolls that people to support Chamisa comes against them, and that's why they end up giving up and do nothing. Here's the thing: Chamisa was saying, "Champupuri chauya kwatin." I think Champupuri is a storm. Is it not a storm or some kind of wind? A wind is going to come, and we will see who is swimming naked. Okay, let me repeat. A wind will come and we will see who is swimming naked. Because what this CIO was pretending to be Triple C are hoping is that nobody really will never arise and be above them because they are the ones who have got total control of everything. They believe it, but I know it's a lie. I believe there's something which is above them and they do not know what it is. It is coming. It is going to wipe away everything, all the lies and deception of the European. And that which is holy and righteous is going to remain standing. Holy is the Lord. My name is Ngobani Zondo, and I believe that Jehovah is going to deliver freedom Zimbabweans in a righteous, timely way, in a very precious manner, in a manner that is not diluted by Zimbabwean lie, Harare deceptive politics. It's going to be a hand of the Lord. It's going to be the work of the Lord that is going to confuse even Masai or Daddy. The hand of God is going to work out a salvation for Mama Ribo Sakandara Labosh. Ribo Sandara Labo, Shakara Labo, Sindera Ribo. Oh God, holy, holy. Who? Who can stand again? Remember, say, oh, God. Who can stand against the glory of God? Who? God says, ask Idim Nangako. He knows what I'm talking about. God says, Idim Nangako already knows what I'm talking about. When I say he cannot stand against the glory of God. But me myself, oh, you still think that you are lit. You can stand against the glory of God. Because you make a mistake. You look at the people of God, the men of God, you see them as human, and you believe that you can do anything to these humans because we have been doing things to human beings, including Itai Tamara and all the other human beings. So therefore, you feel strong and supported by your international mafia friends, says the Lord. You feel like they're going to come to your rescue. Here, not this time around. For what is coming will come also for your own international mafia friends, whoever they are, whether they're in New York or they're in London. What God is bringing is going to come after them. They in Britain, the storm will start there in the palace. Okay, God will inspire a certain kind of a palace coup there in the United Kingdom first, and don't even look into Washington, for the Lord has already started dealing with them in Washington. By the time the Lord comes to Zimbabwe, you will know what I'm talking about. You will know that this young boy speaking on Twitter, on YouTube, is not just a useless idiot. He's just talking nonsense. On that day, you will know what it means to say God is in it. You will be afraid to say God is in it. There's a Bible, there's a verse in the Bible in the Old Testament when God says that there's a time when you will all stop saying, I am a prophet. They will be asking you, are you a prophet? You'll be saying, no, 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 I'm not a prophet. Do you know why? In the same breath, there will be a time when these people who keep on saying God is in it, God is in it, when they are going to Shonga. A time is going to come when they will stop saying God is in it. They will definitely stop saying that, because when the real God comes, you will ask them, was I in that nonsense, in that oppression, in that deceptive system? Do you call that God is in it? They will be silenced. Or they will be silenced. Or you can ignore me, but you cannot ignore the glory of God. It is coming. Oh, it is coming. Jehovah arakuya nemoto. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Harare. Vanhu Harare, please, chiripentai. Can I ask? I'm asking you. Vanhu Harare, chiripentai. Repent, for the Lord is coming. The Lord is coming to Harare, and the Lord is coming heavy. And I can feel it in my spirit. The Lord is coming heavy. And a lot of people are going to be exposed. And a lot of you are going to be ashamed. There's gonna be a lot of shame, and not just the elite, not ZANU PF. There's a shame that is coming for people in the opposition, and not just the opposition leaders, but a lot of ordinary people, or seemingly these ordinary opposition supporters. who know that they are lying to the Zimbabweans. They know. I'm not talking about some Triple C supporter somewhere in Kuwatana or Makokoba who hates the oppression and believes in the lies that Nelson Chamisa has been telling them. I'm talking about some of your people with positions in Triple C who know that this is a lie. But they have been perpetuating that lie, promoting that lie. There is a shame that is coming on the way. God is about to shame you. It's about to reveal something. There is something that God is about to reveal. Something. I do not know what it is, but I feel it in my spirit. Something that God is about to reveal to the Zimbabwean politics. And it will be revealed in a very smart way by somebody that you least expect, through ways and means that you never thought were possible, or you never things that you used to delay. Okay, the key here is things that you disrespect, things that you delay. God is gonna use them to do certain things that will that will reveal certain items that is gonna put a lot of your people of God standing into disrepute. And there's gonna be a lot of shame across Zimbabwe, especially in the Triple C. I feel it's in the Triple C. A lot of shame is coming. A lot of people are going to be shamed. They will not know what to look because they will be exposed. A lot of Triple C leaders and Triple C followers who know very well. I'm sensing people like who are online, so-called triple people who push Triple C online. They are going to be ashamed because God is going to reveal the lie, the deception that they are involved in. Vechiti Mnangagwa ngaaende vechinyepa. Actually, they're the ones that are the biggest supporters of Mnangagwa. They're the biggest supporters of the system of oppression. Because it's not about anti-Mnangagwa. It's about anti-system of oppression. The system is supported by thousands, if not a million or millions of Zimbabweans. Multiple tens and of thousands, even up to a million or two. I do not know how many millions of Zimbabweans who support this oppressive system. That's why I was saying that I didn't want to make this video, because I'm like, God, why do you go to a country and say, let us fight for their freedom, when they are all involved in this system of oppression that they support themselves? The system that oppresses them, they also support it. They're also part of it. So why bother? Why bother free people who are the ones who are aiding their own oppression? Then I began to realize that it's not all the countries. I mean, even if there's two Zimbabweans that are left that are not part of the oppressive system, God will destroy 15 million Zimbabweans just to save those two that are doing right. Holy is Jehovah. Holy is the Lord. Holy is the Lord. Said, holy is the Lord. Holy is God. Even if there's one person, Jesus died for that one person. Even if all the Zimbabweans are colluding against this just one person, for the sake of that one person who worship God and ask for freedom, freedom is gonna come, and God will put to shame all the Zimbabweans. Okay, these people are Zimbabweans. Let's not talk about Americans and British. These people are Zimbabweans. Black people speaking our languages, oppressing their own people, involved in a large-scale, systematic way of oppressing their very own kind. There are many of them across the country. They're in Harare, they're in Bulawayo, they're in Kwero, they're in Plumtree, in Mutara. Some of them are overseas. Some of them are enjoying money in UK. Some of them are enjoying money in Canada, USA, Australia, South Africa, everywhere. They're Zimbabweans. And when you meet them, they all are against ZANU-PF. All of them. That's what they say with their mouth, but they're actually eating the process of loot, the process of sin, and in their heart they are happy with the oppressive system. And one of the people that I've noticed, the Zimbabweans, are the ones that when they actually figure out a way of making money in the Zimbabwean system, they begin to really support it, and they are happy with the system. They don't want to change. They don't want it to change. Look at all the policemen that are taking bribes in Zimbabwe. They want it to be like this. If ZANU-PF gets out of power and I become president of Zimbabwe, there will be no police officer who will make money through bribes. I will fire you behind. You will stop being an oppressor of my people. So they don't want it to go. There's a lot of soldiers who are eating in the system. There's a lot of JOC. Leave those JOC. Let's go down. Let's go down. My police officer, child, my soldier. There's a lot of people who work in the Zimbabwe revenue collection. To collect revenue and they steal it. People who work across all government institutions who are stealing big time and they have found loopholes of corruption. All of those people do not want the system to change. And these are the people that have got cellular phones, they have got data, they are the ones who are online, they're the ones that are watching me even right now. So they are making sure that anything that is got to do with taking ZANU-PF out does not work. And they are all of them seemingly supporting Triple C, knowing very well that Triple C will never lead us to any kind of victory whatsoever. So these are the people that when you look at study at Zimbabweans, what are the Zimbabweans saying online? They are saying, how to look support the Chamisa, because you know that Chamisa is actually their boy that they chose who are going to keep the system like that intact and not moving anywhere. This is like a large scale collusion, which obviously goes into the spirits of darkness, probably things that they agree under the ocean, this demon in the places where they worship Satan. Really talking about people who worship demons, people who worship Satan, people who name is Shonga, people who wake up at night. What do you think these people agree on? Kingdom of darkness. Why do you always hear that the prophecies that talk about Zimbabwe freedom is always talking about God is gonna do it, the men of God? Why should it be men of God? Why can't it be ordinary politicians? Because this thing is demonic. Okay, this thing is about fighting Satan. The Zimbabweans that are oppressing other Zimbabweans are devil worshippers. There are many of them. They are in the majority. Hey, they are in the majority. They are in the majority. It's not like if you hear people say, how is it possible that 15 million Zimbabweans are being oppressed by 200 people in ZANU-PF? No! You got it the other way around. It's wrong. It's not 200. The 200 are the ones that we know about. There is millions of Zimbabweans that support the oppressive system. And even if you see them opposing, they're not really opposing, okay? It's a role. They're just playing a role. They're playing a role of being in the opposition to appear as if their role that the devil gives them is you Triple C, you resign. So you Triple C, all your job is to oppose ZANU-PF, but you're never gonna be in power. Yeah, you're just gonna be speaking. ZANU-PF must go, but we know where we are eating. We know how we're eating. We know how we're doing our things. Listen, people in Zimbabwe don't want ZANU-PF to go. They want the oppression to stay. And one of the things that hates me the most is the Zimbabweans that are making money. They enjoy seeing others suffering. They enjoy. There is nobody who enjoys the oppressive system of Zimbabwe than those who are not even in ZANU-PF, but they figure out a way of making money. They are happy to be in a sea of poverty, including the Zimbabweans that get passports and they go to the UK and they get jobs there. After escaping the ZANU-PF oppression, they are so happy to look back at Zimbabwe and say, oh, look at those millions of miserable, suffering Zimbabweans who are left behind. And look at me in the UK. I've got my own job. And you know what? I'm a pounds. I've got pounds in my pocket. You know, I've got a nice house in Birmingham or in London or in Manchester or in Leicester, wherever it is. So I'm breathing this nice British air. Oh, I'm so blessed. Unlike those oppressed Zimbabweans back home. Yeah, my kids are growing up. Oh, my kids are speaking British English. Oh, yes. You know, those Zimbabweans, they don't want the situation to change. No, because once the situation changes, they're going to lose that thing with it's me who is in the UK, it's me who is in Canada. No, I am in Australia. Why are you? In Tsibarasekwa, in Rosape. You're still in Marondera. Oh, shame. I am in Australia. Look at me, I've got a white wife. Now, my children are white. That is what they enjoy. They love it so much. They love that status quo. They don't want ZANU-PF to go out of power. They will say with their mouth that they want ZANU-PF to go. Oh, with their mouth, they're very good at lying. But in reality, they actually want the system to stay like that. They want. How do I know they do that? It's very easy to judge them. It's very easy. I'll show you how to judge them. Come up with a plan of how to set Zimbabwe really free from ZANU-PF. You will see they will not support you. They will not, even if they see it, this one is going to work, they will not support it because they don't want anything that removes ZANU-PF from power. They want ZANU-PF to remain in power so that they can still be allowed in the UK. Remember, some of them, they went to UK and say in the light and said they're political refugees. They're not political refugees. So once the politics of Zimbabwe was okay, the British government will say, you go back to Zimbabwe, politics is fine. So they would rather have the politics of Zimbabwe carry on being paid so that their own status in the UK will still remain the same because they enjoy being in the UK. They enjoy enjoying the rights of British citizens. They like the jobs of British citizens. They like all the fights that was done by the British people, even to establish. I mean, to have spoken about these fights in the 10th century. What was it called? Those wars that they fought until they've got until they got the what is it called? Yeah, until they got the Magna Carta. A lot of British people died for the Magna Carta. Talk about World War One, World War Two. Talk about the American revolutions. A lot of Americans died for America to be where they are, where it is, for Britain to be where it is. But Zimbabweans, they don't want to fight their own war inside Zimbabwe. They want to go there and enjoy the proceeds of the forefathers of the British people. And they want to go to USA and enjoy the fight of Abraham Lincoln. They, how was it there? So they want to enjoy what Abraham Lincoln and all the George Washington fought. These guys fought real wars to establish the United States as a superpower. But no, this Zimbabwe just want to go there. Nelson Mandela went to fight. The South Africans fought for their rainbow nation. But no, we just want to take passports and go just work in South Africa, compete with their job markets and enjoy the rights, the human rights, the rainbow nation of South Africa. Like in Shiva, people like in Shiva. I mean, I'm the one. I want to job like I come back with a 4x4, with a big car, with a big thing, with a big wheelie at the back, and all of you Zimbabweans are just suffering shame. Look at you. You see those people, they don't want ZANU-PF to go. I've noticed them. I've been studying and analyzing them. A lot of Zimbabweans have got equity in keeping their own country in that state of confusion instead of going nowhere. They want things to remain like that. Yet there is also other millions who are really suffering, who are really in hell. In hell, they don't even have that $200 to get a passport. They don't even have that $100 to give to a Malaysia to do illegal border crossing into South Africa. They don't have that. They don't even have a job. They don't have qualifications because education right was denied for them. They are sick. Some of them are dying of cholera, and they are aching a living, earning half a US dollar a day, selling freezes or selling whatever, twankela, whatever it is that they're doing to make ends meet, just to buy a mealy meal. There's a lot of them, and those people worship God, and because of them, the Lord will raise his own hand and it will destroy Zimbabweans. Hey, my God. It will destroy Zimbabweans, a lot of them. No, not even ZANU-PF Zimbabweans. Zimbabweans who claim to hate ZANU-PF but actually benefiting in the system, supporting the system, and being part of the system, or the system benefiting them and enjoying the sins, the process of sin. They eat it. Take a look at, the second thing that I wanted to speak about, I'd forgotten when I started this video, was Job Sekala. I'm surprised that he's actually out of jail. I never thought in a million years that the oppressive regime of Itim Nangak will take Job Sekala out of prison, but it happened. Miracles happened. Take a look at how many Zimbabweans hated Job Sekala so much that they never even went to prison to actually encourage him, or they never had any night vigils praying for the release of Job Sekala, or any kind of demonstration, or any kind of it's a footer to get him out of prison. Even him, he even complained about the Triple C leaders who left him to rot in jail. If I was Job Sekala, I will be more attracted to Itim Nangagwa more than Chamisa. Because it's Itim Nangagwa that took Job Sekala out of jail, not Chamisa. So would you blame Job Sekala if he has become more benevolent of Itim Nangagwa coming out of jail? Would you blame him? No, I would not. Why would he fight for you, Zimbabweans? When he rotted in jail, you never even supported him. But Itim Nangagwa ended up out of the goodness of his heart. Hey, I can't believe I'm saying it. We are taught that it is evil, right? Yet out of the goodness of his heart, he took Job Sekala out of prison. Not Chamisa. Chamisa was resigning, not Triple C. It was ZANU-PF. I mean, essentially, it is ZANU-PF that took Job Sekala out of prison. I mean, we know that. The courts are captured. It is ZANU-PF. There was no pressure from Triple C to remove Job Sekala. There was no pressure from the Triple C. It was ZANU-PF that took Job Sekala out of prison. Eat that. How about that? You're calling yourself opposition. Opposition. When ZANU-PF, I even believe that even ZANU-PF going out of power, it is going to be ZANU-PF that is going to remove itself out of power, not Triple C. It's going to be ZANU-PF itself. People in ZANU-PF will have a different mindset. They'll begin to think that this system that we've been following is detrimental to our future. We need to now to prepare for our own future as a country. We need to bring a certain level of unity. We need to bring order. We need to start implementing policies that work. We need to dump the name ZANU-PF. We need to create something new, a new governance system. So let us dump ZANU-PF. Let us destroy ZANU-PF ourselves. Let us in ZANU-PF, let us begin to create something new. We won't call it ZANU-PF. We will call ZANU-PF the old thing is passed away, and we are moving forward to something new. I'm telling you, it's going to come out of ZANU-PF, not from Triple C. It is ZANU-PF that took Job Sekala out of prison. It is ZANU-PF that's going to take the rest of the Zimbabweans out of prison. I will say it again. It is ZANU-PF that is going to take out the suffering millions, poor Zimbabweans. Poor Zimbabweans are going to be lifted out of poverty by ZANU-PF, not Triple C. Because Triple C has got no time or it has got no time for addressing the poverty of Zimbabwe. Right now, Zimbabwe is facing this health crisis of cholera. Did you see your Chinese are doing anything about it? No, he's busy power hunger. He's just worried about himself with IT president. He is now saying that he's leaving Triple C to fight whichever way he wants to fight, but it's all about his own personal glorification, his own desire to be the president. He doesn't care about the policies, doesn't care about the poverty. He has never addressed the poverty, even those that are remaining behind, even that Kwanas and all those BTs and the Wendy's and everybody. They have never addressed poverty. They have never come up with counter strategies as far as finances of the nations is concerned, in order to figure out a way of at least resuscitating our economy. They don't even think about that. They are always fighting about position this MTC 99 Constitution of 2019, all those nonsense things that have got nothing to do with the real deliverables, nothing whatsoever. So we don't have an opposition. And the people that are online supporting opposition, most of them, they are bought. They are bought just to support a Chamisa who is just useless. Okay, he is really, if he's useful, what has he done? What is it done to get Zimbabwe out of poverty, to get Zimbabwe out of the menace, which is the ED and ZANU-PF? Nothing. Nothing. Vanhu vese vari kusapota Chamisa, they're just supporting a bankrupt idea. There's nothing there. Chamisa, Triple C, MTC, all of it is just a bankrupt idea. It's riding on the frustration of the suffering masses who are suffering because of ZANU-PF's oppressive regime. So they are riding on that. And they've monopolized it and they called it Chamisa Chete Chete, so that you and I who want a real revolution will be blocked from actually ever attaining true freedom. That is what they're doing there. That is only what they are doing. And they are also benefiting from the oppressive system. In fact, they are aiding the oppressive system. Triple C has been taken over by CEOs a long time ago. So I always say that Morgan Tsvangirai died with the revolution. When Morgan Tsvangirai was buried on the ground, the revolution of the freedom of Zimbabwe was also buried together with him. What we have, Chamisa again, is just a lie. All of you know it. You all know that he was making money from Robert Mugabe's farm. You all know that how he got into that position was also illegitimate. All you Zimbabweans know it, but you just, you are part of a sinfulness. And you know it. Zimbabweans know that Chamisa is a dictator, even in that triple C. Zimbabweans know it. The people that support Chamisa, they know it. But you know why they support him? Because there is some kind of financial benefit that is attached with vocally supporting Chamisa. Don't be fooled. Okay, they know the truth. That's why you can never really argue with them to get to a point where they really agree with you. No, they won't, because even if they know what you're saying is true, they will never say it or admit it because they don't want to get out of that gravy train of oppression. This Nangak was very clever. They made sure that the oppressive system not only benefits people that are in ZANU-PF, they made sure that the oppressive system benefits people that are in Triple C by giving them legal trinkets here and there that will cause them to carry on pretending that they are opposing, when in reality they are not opposing or opposing anything. They're just eating money, chete chete. Chipanzi, chete chete. Chipapa chenuch. Chamisa chipapa chenuch. There is nothing there. Hapana chino. Chamisa just rain without water. Just clouds with no rain. It's nothing. It just go like making noise. So what can I see a triple C? What's going to happen? What difference does it make whether Chamisa is in Triple C or he has left Triple C? Nothing is going to change because he's not interested in changing. He's interested in giving you storage days of our lives every day. Oh, it is just drama after drama, and Zimbabwe's wealth is being looted day in and day out by the Harare elite. There is no change that is coming. And when change comes, we are going to get rid of ZANU-PF and Triple C. That everyone we have ever seen on TV, on Twitter, anyone, I don't care you, everyone that you know will not be part of that new government because they are all liars. We are going to put it off air, just like CBS discontinues Days of Our Lives, or discontinues The Bold and the Beautiful, or just like Netflix discontinues their own series. In our new government, we're going to discontinue this chariot of ZANU-PF and Triple C. All of it is a lie. All of it is a lie. We need a robust new system that is based on good governance, quality leadership, that they've got sustenance and substance in them. People that are gonna push for a real change, for a real revolution. Not this lie, Chinese. God is in it. There's no God in it. I can guarantee that. There's no God, man. There is no God in it. There's no God in it. There's nothing like that. God, you're going to say, God allow his people to be oppressed for 43 years. You keep on saying, God, not is in it. Not is in it. You will see the day when God is in it, you will stop saying God is in it, because you will know the difference between God and lies. It pains me greatly that this is how it's happening in our country. That It's amazing what the human soul is capable of conceiving. Seeing the evil and the oppression and the suffering that the people are going through. And those evil Zimbabweans, oh, they go ahead forming ZANU ne C, the church chinyepera vanhu. And you know how they blame it. Oh, ZANU PF is dead. ZANU PF is stealing this. Hey, kuchipatara hakuna mishonga. Yet you know that you are part of the rotten system yourself. And at least it doesn't pretend that he's an oppressor. He knows it. At least ZANU PF barakashes, they don't pretend. They know that barakash, which is barakash, and they even call themselves barakash. But not these C ones. They're making themselves holy angels who are bringing a change to Zimbabwe. What a change that they bring? Nothing at all. Those are the ones who really make me sick. They really make me vomit. ZANU PF doesn't make me sick. ZANU PF, we know what it is. We know. We know. When you're dealing with ZANU PF, you know the devil that you are dealing with. You know very well. We sit with the devil and have tea with the devil and have jokes with the devil. Not with C, because it is really based on oppressive ways, actually ways of supporting oppression by pretending to be against oppression, pretending to be on your side. These are wars in sheep's clothing. From Chamisa to Chabango, all of them. I am not leaving any one of them out of this rant against the Harare politicians. I've spoken for over an hour. I'm going to close my video. May God bless Zimbabwe. May the Lord remember the cries of the poor, suffering Zimbabweans who did not do anything wrong, who did not know that Chamisa Wawarwa Nyepera, who did not know that all that gangs of criminals and thugs in Harare have got no heart for the people. And all the people that come to them say, oh, because to them it's just a game. The I'm going to stop right here.